he knows it? Hey, what? Okay.
Check off their cap.
And Gibson. Rex, right here. Where's Blairsville?
Okay, 25, 38, 73, 70.
Lineman will be Rick Long, and the line judge will be Bruce Allwine. They're from the West Central chapter Altoona.
Here's theirs.
Yeah, I got it.
You got it? Oh, okay. Taking the captain's 4, huh?
Find out who wins and ties.
They won. Northern Cambria won the toss.
Returner along with
Klein. Matt Klein.
Matt Klein. Dunlap ready to kick off. Going from right to left on your radio dial. It's a short one. The up man takes it on about the 25-yard line.
Kamalo.
Tamala on the return. Gets back to about the 37-yard line where he's stopped by Joey Kolosky. Hawk, what can we look for from this Northern Cambria offense?
Well, offensively, I'm sure they're going to try to get the ball to Beer and put the ball up in the air as often as they can, too.
Okay, they come out with a full house backfield. Hoover over center. He takes the snap, hands off, over left guard.
Kamalo.
Tamala on the carry.
Benz and Lucas.
Got through a slight seam on the left side for about a 3-yard pickup.
Benson Lucas.
Sean Bentz and Jimmy Lucas on the stop. It'll be a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 at the 39. Just underway here. Northern Cambria Colts against the Blairsville Bobcats. Man in motion right. Strong right formation. There's a pitch to the right.
Tamala.
Tries the right in. Tamala closed down on the sideline.
Meehan. Pat Meehan.
Pat Meehan up from the cornerback position. Loss on the play. Good tackle by Meehan. And there's a timeout for a equipment check. So we'll come back with a 3rd and 10. You tell me how long. You tell me when it's ready. As soon as you can get back, get back. They're ready to play.
Klein.
Okay, on the 3rd and 10.
Kavanaugh on the stop.
Klein tries left end. Kavanaugh on the stop along with Joe Sleesman. No gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 10. And punt formation. Meehan is deep for the Bobcats along with
Hirsch.
Kavanaugh. Hirsch punting for the Colts. It's a good one.
Meehan.
Meehan on the reception back at the 27-yard line. He shifts and is brought down on the 28. Kennard on the stop. It'll be 1st and 10. Bobcat ball on their own 28-yard line.
Rex, I'm a little surprised that the Colts are trying to run outside on the Bobcats. Last week, Windsor didn't have any success moving the ball outside. And here, Northern Cambria has run 2 plays in a row to the outside.
You're right, Hawk. That defense last week limited Winburn to a -4 yards rushing and 99 total yards. So the defense has played well so far here in the second game of the season. We have a penalty flag, Hawk.
Also, Rex, in that first series of plays, the Northern Cambria Colts didn't show any sort of slot attack at all. They ran from a full house backfield the first time, a wing right, motion right the second time, and wing left, power sweep left the third time.
All with no success, huh?
Exactly.
Okay, 5-yard penalty against the Bobcats, illegal procedure. It'll be first and 15 back at the 23. Shirley rolls left. He looks. He fires. It's
For Kavanaugh, incomplete.
intended for Kavanaugh. Over his head and out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll be second and 15.
Rex, that time Kavanaugh ran a down and out pattern, and the left halfback ran a flat pattern straight down the middle of the field. Kavanaugh was open momentarily, but the ball was high and off target.
Okay, maybe Danny Shirley showing a little bit opening game jitters here, throwing that one high. But
Dave
that's,
appeared to be well covered, too. However, he was open briefly.
yeah, he could have been throwing it away, Hawk.
Possible.
Pitch right. John Dunlap around right in.
Tamalo on his stop.
Looked like he had a little bit of running room, but the linebacker, Tamala, come up, tripped him up, and it's a gain of 1. It'll be third down, 14 at the 24-yard line.
So far this season, based on what we saw last week, Gabby's not afraid to throw the ball. Even though the Bobcats are deep in their own territory, look for them to put it up.
Here's shotgun formation. First time we've seen it this year, Hawk. Shirley back, takes the snap from center. He's looking long. He fires. He's got a man open. Pat Meehan was open along the right sideline, but the pass was a little bit off target, leading him to the right sideline a little bit too long and incomplete. So it'll be fourth down and a punting situation for the Bobcats.
Dunlap.
A surprise formation and surprise call, Rex.
Okay, John Dunlap
Beer
in
is
punt
deep.
formation. Beer is deep
Along with Klein.
along with Klein. Good snap. Dunlap gets off a good kick, a good punt.
Klein.
Klein on the reception. Goes around the left side and brought down after about a 4-yard return.
Sleesman and Ricchini.
Joey Sleesman and Jimmy Ricchini on the stop on the 4-yard punt return. First and 10, Northern Cambria ball at the 46-yard line.
Well, we'll see if the Colts go back to their slot offensive formations.
Okay, they come out. Wide receiver split to the right. Full house backfield. Hoover over center. He takes,
Beer.
gives to Beer. Beer over the middle. Gets a good hole over the left side.
Ricchini and Sleesman.
Stopped by Jimmy Ricchini and Joe Sleesman. Good pickup of about 7 yards, Hawk.
Rex, that was the cheat back formation that Coach Woodbar made popular here a couple years ago. They moved the left halfback and they put him right behind the left tackle. And then they handed the ball to the other running back, and there was an isolation play with the pickup of 5 yards.
Split right this time.
Tamala.
First man through.
No,
Tamala.
Klein.
Check that Klein on the carry. Looks like he got close to the first down marker.
Bence. Bence on
Sean Bentz on the tackle for the Bobcats. It's good enough for the first down in Bobcat territory.
Perhaps those first series of plays were just decoys. Perhaps McGoolick wants Blairsville's defenders to think that he's going to run outside. They've been successful the last 2 times up the middle.
Spread them out and then go inside strong. First and 10.
Back to pass.
Hoover's back to pass. He fires. It's incomplete.
For Klein.
Intended for Klein. Dunlap on the coverage,
Bence.
along with Lucas. There was a good
Rush by Bence.
rush by
And
Bentz
Sobalski.
and Sobalski. Hoover was forced to get rid of the ball a little bit sooner than expected. Second down 10. Ball at the Blairsville 43, no score.
Look for a stunt this time. Bobcats will be blitzing.
Quarterback drops back, hits.
Kamala.
Incomplete pass. Ball intended for
Kavanaugh
Tamala.
with a monster hit.
Good hit by Dave Kavanaugh. He come up from the safety position just as the ball arrived, put a good stick on the receiver, and the ball fell incomplete.
Blairsville got a real good pass rush from Jimmy McKinney that time as well.
We have a 3rd down, 10. Wide receiver split right. Double wing, man in motion. Right. Hoover drops back. It's being rushed. Intercepted.
By Pat Meehan.
Hoover's pass intercepted by Pat Meehan on the down and outer, intended for Klein. We heard a whistle on the play, but apparently it might have been from the band, because the play continued, and Meehan is credited with the interception back at the 11-yard line, where Blairsville takes over, 1st and 10.
Yeah, many of the players just stopped in their tracks because they heard the inadvertent whistle.
Shirley over center. Dunlap. Over right tackle, running hard. Takes 3 tackles to bring him down.
Beninati.
Beninati, the key tackler from the linebacker position. Stop John. After about a 3-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd down, 7. Official timeout, and we'll pause for this commercial message. Tail
Here they go. Well, that's a short time out.
Number 22.
Silka.
John Silko on the carry. Stopped by Mark Kamala.
Get back as soon as you can, Terry.
5 seconds.
Okay, we're back. John Silka just carried the ball over left guard for a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down, 3 at the 19. We need this one, Hawk. We need this 1st down to get this ball.
Yeah, I don't
out
think
of.
Abby's going to put it up this time.
Here's a good
Silko.
Hitter.
John Silko. Oh, John around left end. If he could have eluded Andy Beer, Beer made the tackle, tripped him up, and John got enough yardage for the 1st down, but if he could have slipped that one last tackle, he would have had clear sailing ahead of him, Hawk.
Yeah, he almost kept his balance too. He had his offhand down on the ground trying to stay up. That was a quick opening play. It looked like a quick trap.
Okay, we have receiver split right. Lone man in the backfield is Silko. Kavanaugh split left. Shirley over center. 1st and 10. Pitch to Silko around right end. He's got a penalty flag on the play. Silko made good yardage.
Kanar on the stop.
Kanar on the stop for Northern Cambria. We'll have to check the penalty.
Possible hold on the Bobcats.
Okay, the officials are discussing it now. Talking with the Northern Cambria captains. Preliminary indication, blocking below the waist. That's going to mark it off against the Cats. Take away that nice run by Silko. That was a different formation than we've seen this year.
Yeah, Abby said before the game that he planned to go outside on Northern Cambria's defense. And from what we've seen on that play, it was productive. He picked up 5 or 6 yards. But unfortunately, there was a clipping penalty.
Okay, it's going to be marked off against the Bobcats. It's going to take the ball back to the 16-yard line, where it'll be
25.
1st down and 25. Shirley over center. Split backs. Takes the snap, drops back. He's looking. Fires a screen, intended for John Dunlap, over his head, incomplete. So Shirley is a little jittery here tonight, firing those the 3 passes he's thrown a little bit high each time. It's still 2nd down after the penalty, 2nd and 25. Back at the 16-yard line. No score here in the 1st quarter. 4:59 remaining. We have a strong right formation.
Dunlap.
Pitch to Dunlap.
John Dunlap.
Run right in. He's fighting for extra yardage. Finally knocked out of bounds after a pickup of about
Dunlap
10 yards.
by Ron Kurtz
Beer.
and Andy Beer.
Beer on the stop.
Andy Beer on the stop. You'll be hearing that name a lot tonight, folks. He's the returning letterman, hard runner, and plays safety on defense as well. We have a third down situation. 15.
So far, every time it's been third and long, Blairsville has passed.
Shotgun formation again. Shirley deep. Takes the snap. Looks. He fires. He's got a man open.
Bikini.
Jimmy. Oh! Jimmy Ricchini was open. He had the man beat.
Beer was covered.
And the ball was right on the money, but looking up in those lights, Hawk may have distracted him for a second, and the ball slipped through his fingertips. Incomplete.
Yes, it's a new position for Jimmy, and I'm sure he's not used to catching deep passes. However, the ball was right on the numbers.
So we have a fourth down.
Dunlap.
Dunlap to punt.
Beer inclined.
Beer and Klein deep. A good punt, not as good as last time, but the ball rolls out of bounds along the right sideline, where Northern Cambria will take over 1st and 10 in Blairsville territory at the 46-yard line. And we'll pause for this message.
On the 46-yard line. First and 10 for the Colts on the Blairsville 46-yard line.
He was on that.
Last week, they hit taken out full stride right on the number.
We can't get a 30-second.
Okay, back as soon as possible.
5-3.
Whoa. Everybody moved there. Rex.
Back
at Duffy Doherty Stadium in Barnesboro, PA. It's Blairsville 0, Northern Cambria 0. 4:41 left in the first quarter. The first down and 10 play for Northern Cambria was a penalty against Northern Cambria for illegal procedure. So we have 1st and 15. First man through. No, it's a pitch to the right. Bear on the carry. Penalty flag. Bear had the right end made, and he had a first down, but the penalty flag late in the play, and we saw it, Hawk. It looked like a clear, blatant clip.
Yes, it was.
And it's going to take the play back. Tough break for Northern Cambria. They had the first down.
Rex. They caught Blairsville in a 5-3 defense. Their linebackers were all inside their tackles, and Hoover ran the quarterback option. A very effective play, however, Northern Cambria was called for put.
Okay, the old option play to the right, sprung Bear loose, but the penalty will take the ball back from the spot of the foul, which was well downfield. So from a 1st and 15, the spot of the foul was down in around the 38-yard line. So we're only going to get a 1-yard penalty against the Colts. It'll be 1st down and 16. Back at the Colts
Blairsville's in
49.
their 5-3 defense, however, it's monsters to the wide side.
Oh, there's got to be a penalty on that.
Beer on the handoff up the middle. Nothing.
Sleesman on the stop.
Vince Sleesman on the stop for the Bobcats.
Who's that penalty on that?
Vince kept his feet under and stuck him. He put his helmet right on his numbers and stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah, they closed down the middle that time, Hawk. It looks like...
yeah, they were running some misdirection back to the weak side there, Rex.
Okay, we have a 2nd down, 15. Hoover over center, full house backfield. He rolls left, decides to run it.
Bench.
It was a bad decision, Hawk, because the bench come up from the linebacker position and stuffed it right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, the trail back appeared to be open, Rex.
The pitch was there, and as the quarterback went left, decided to keep it, and Bench was there to stop the play. No gain.
It would have been a deep pitch, but it looked like the outside was open.
Strong formation left. third down, 15 at the 50-yard line.
Hoover back.
Hoover's back to pass.
Good
A
rush.
strong rush, and he's down. Jimmy
Ricchini.
Ricchini on the sack from the right side. Nobody touched him. He got the clear shot at Hoover, knocked him for a 10-yard loss, and Northern Cambria is going the wrong direction, Hawk. We have a fourth down and 23 back at their own 41.
Kirsch back to punt.
That was real good anticipation on Jimmy's part, Rex. He came in clean and he knocked him down.
Ron
Kirsch back in punt formation, gets a good punt off. Meehan on the catch.
Reversing
He
to
hands
Kavanaugh.
off to Kavanaugh. It fooled nobody. Kavanaugh was dropped at the 23-yard line.
Rob Bernard.
Bernard on the stop. It'll be 1st and 10. Bobcat ball on their own 23-yard line.
Blairsville's working on some razzle-dazzle tonight, Rex. Shotgun formations.
That's his first time in Minute Earhawk that I saw a reverse off a punt return.
Reverse, yeah.
But we got to get this ball out of our own territory, Hawk. We got a 1st and 10 at our 23. Shirley over center. I formation. Hand off to Silko. Silko up the middle. Picks his hole. Fights for about 5 yards. Good run by Silko.
Beer on the stop.
Yeah, he hit that hole hard, Rex. He twisted, he turned. John's a runner with good balance.
Beer on the tackle. It'll be a 4-yard pickup. 2nd down, 6 at the 28-yard line. A strong formation right. Right to left on your radio now. Blairsville with the ball. Shirley pitches right.
23.
It's Ricky Dunlap. Ricky Dunlap into the ball game at tailback. Hawk, you've been telling me some good things about Ricky, and he showed good speed on that run around right in.
Yes, he did. The Cats were lined up in a slot right, and it appeared if they had one more blocker over there, and then Northern Cambria had defensive people. So they had the numbers edge that time.
Junior speedster, number 23, picked up 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2 at the 32-yard line. Strong formation left. Shirley over center. Quarterback keeper. He's still on his feet. He has enough for the 1st down. Good hard running. Danny Shirley picked up the 1st down. Knob on the stop. And it will be a 1st and 10. Bobcat ball on their own 38-yard line. There's a surprise, Hawk. Shirley on the keeper. Gets the 1st down. Strong formation left. Ricky Dunlap deep at tailback position. Shirley drops. He's looking. He fires.
Fires for
It's
Ricchini.
a little bit too long for Jimmy Ricchini.
Covered by Kirsch.
Kirsch on the coverage. It's a sideline pattern. And pretty well covered, but the pass was a little bit too long. So Danny Shirley shows he has the arm, and maybe a little bit too pumped up for this ball game. Hawk, as he's overthrown a couple receivers, but then he's also hit a couple receivers on the numbers.
Rex, on that last play, it seems like they're starting to spread out the defense here a little bit, and I thought the Lions were taking a little bigger splits. Well, Shirley's getting real good protection back.
Shirley looking, fires. He's got Kavanaugh on a reception. He's going around the left side and finally knocked out of bounds by number 71. Perfetti on the stop. A 13-yard pickup and a 1st down. The connection between Danny Shirley, Dave Kavanaugh. Nice leaping catch by Kavanaugh. The ball was a little bit high. Went up and got it. Eluded one tackler. And got enough for the 1st down at the midfield stripe. 1st and 10.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Rex. Danny seems to be looking for Dave. He seems to be his favorite receiver, and he has good reason to feel that way.
Split
Threw to him
backs.
twice last week, and
Penalty flag.
went almost for a touchdown.
Okay, Hawk, we're going to be looking for that connection. Kavanaugh from
Illegal procedure.
Shirley. Illegal procedure penalty on the snap, or prior to the snap. It'll be 5 yards against the Bobcats. So it's 1st and 15 back at the 45.
35 seconds, 1st quarter.
That was a
Scoreless
critical
game.
penalty, Rex. The Bobcats were mounting some momentum, and now they find themselves facing the first and 15.
I formation. Receivers right and left. Draw play.
Silko.
Silko on the carry.
Kamalo on the stop.
Johnny Silko on the carry for the Bobcats.
10 seconds.
Stopped for about a yard loss. The clock is going to run out with a 2nd down and 18 at the 43-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. No score. Back after these. Four behind. We're 4 behind.
Yeah, it's dark, huh? That's what I was looking at. Only like there is.
Yeah, splitting those receivers and stretching the defense is really helpful.
Catching up.
Okay, how many plays we got to make up? Okay, we got twins right.
Okay. And we'll start now.
I'm going to do formation.
Yeah.
Okay, 2nd down, 17 to go for Blairsville on your own 43-yard line.
Shirley back to
Charlie
pass.
back in pass formation.
For Ricchini.
Good call.
It's for Ricchini.
Good run.
Jimmy, go, Jimmy!
Kamalo and Bernard carried him.
Okay, 2nd down, 17. Shirley rolls right. It's a screen pass to Ricchini to the left. It's complete. Jimmy Ricchini breaks the tackle. He's going down the left sideline, and he has enough yardage for the 1st down in Colt territory at the 33-yard line. First play of the 2nd quarter. Big pass play, 18-yarder. Danny Shirley to the big tight end, Jimmy Ricchini, 1st and 10.
Kamalo and Bernard.
Tamalo and Bear on the tackle. Kavanaugh to the right. Pitch right.
Ricky down.
Johnny Silko around right in.
Jeez.
Good run by Johnny Silko on the pitch wide to the right.
Bernard on his stop.
Bernard on the tackle. Close to 1st down yardage for the Bobcats. This is their deepest penetration, Hawk.
Yeah, that was a good block by the motion man and a good cut by John Silko. John's an experienced runner, and he knows when to cut left, when to cut right, and when to go straight.
10.5-yard pickup, good enough for another 1st down. It's 1st and 10. There's a ball on the Northern Cambria Colt 26-yard line. Receivers split left. Shirley over center. Quarterback keeper. Big gainer. Hawk looks like it got him split wide now, and Shirley saw the opening over the center of the line and got a big gain.
Yeah, Blairsville's on the attack. There's no question about that. The offensive line is firing off the ball. The defense appears to be standing up, and Blairsville's running hard. Jimmy Ricchini pulled 3 tackles,
6 yards.
picked up about 15 yards for a 1st down the last time. And now Danny Shirley, through sheer effort, picks up about 5 on quarterback sneak.
Okay, we have 2nd down, 4, ball on a 19-yard line. Shirley over center. He takes, he drops, he throws to Kavanaugh, complete. Kavanaugh got hit, Hawk, before. It looked like he got hit before he received that ball, and he still held on.
I expected a flag. I thought that was interference, but that was a nice catch by Kavanaugh, holding on to that ball with the defender on his shoulders.
Okay, obviously we would have declined the penalty anyway, as the Cats picked up a big 1st down inside the 10, and there's a full house backfield. John Dunlap, a tailback. Shirley over center. Takes a snap, hands to John. John over right tackle.
Bernard
Fights for extra yards. Inside the 5.
Benetti and Bernard.
Benamati on the stop, along with Bernard.
Yeah, it looks like the Bobcats are resorting to their power game now, Rex. They lined up in a power eye right and gave the ball to tailback John Dunlap, who picked up sizable yardage.
Okay, he got a 4-yard pickup down to the 4-yard line. Second down, goal to go at the 4. Official whistle, another timeout, the second of the half for Northern Cambria. We'll pause for this message. They're driving, full house backfield, main split left, Shirley over center. Takes the snap. It's John Dunlap over right tackle into the end zone from 4 yards out, and a Blairsville touchdown.
Once again, Rex, that was the same play. It was a off-tackle power play to the tailback, John Dunlap, who punches into the score.
Huh?
So with 10:02 remaining in the first quarter, John Dunlap scores from 4 yards out to make the score. Blairsville 6, Northern Cambria nothing. Blairsville will kick the extra point. John Dunlap to do the honors. Pat Meehan will hold. The snap is a high one.
Down.
Meehan tried to get the snap down, but the timing was off, and with 10:02 remaining in the first quarter.
Rex, that was another surprise play. 7 people were...
Northern Cambria nothing. 10:02 remaining in the second quarter. John Dunlap to kick off. Beer and Klein deep for Northern Cambria. Good kick. Beer picks it up at his own 10-yard line. He's weaving and finally brought down by Joey Kolofsky at about the...
Willie Hauser.
Willie Hauser also in on that tackle. The ball is placed at the 23-yard line. Where it'll be 1st and 10, Colt ball.
Rex, that ball appeared as if it was going to go out of bounds. However, when it hit, it kicked inside towards the middle of the field, so Beer had to field it, and he had no choice but to run it straight up the field.
Okay, 1st and 10, Colt ball. Motion left.
Back.
Keeper. He rolls to the right.
Keeney and Lucas.
Lucas on the stop.
Rex, that appeared to be a broken play. I don't know if that was a deliberate fake and roll off that fake or not. I think there was a missed handoff there.
We have an official timeout. There's
2nd and 12.
We back on.
Beer.
Beer up the middle.
Gibson Sobolski.
Just pretend to go on.
Lucas and Kowalski on the stop.
Okay, we're back here with a 3rd down and 4 for the Colts at their own 31-yard line. Beer on the last carry up the middle.
Sobolski on the stop.
Stopped by Ray Sobolski. We have a strong formation right. Hoover over center. He pitches to Beer. Beer has open field.
Kavanaugh.
Dave Kavanaugh on the stop from the safety position was the last man.
You better go hit him left.
On a nice run by Andy Beer. He's the returning starter from last year, and we remember him from last year. Hawk, he was quite a runner even then.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing back there.
Okay, 1st and 10 on the 12-yard pickup for Beer at the 44-yard line. Mike Hoover over center. Man, motion left. Pitch late. He's around right in. He's got running room. Tamala on the carry. The old option play, Hawk.
Rex, that was excellent execution. They faked the dive up the middle.
Sobolski and Pickard on the stop.
Hoover kept the ball and ran the option on the defensive end, and the play picked up for a stop.
Okay, Sobolski on the tackle once again. Ball's in Blairsville territory at the 48-yard line. Motion man to the left this time. Late pitch.
Klein was on
Klein on the carry. Tried the left side. It looked like the same play they just ran to the right, Hawk, but Jimmy Ricchini was there this time to snuff it out, along with Joe Sleesman.
Yeah, the timing, the rhythm broke down on that play. Blairsville wasn't fooled as much as they were the first time.
We have a timeout in Blairsville. We'll pause for this message to the tight end.
Okay, 2nd down, 13 to go. The Bulls on the Bobcat, 46-yard line.
Okay, here we go. 2nd down, 13.
Hoover back.
Hoover back to pass.
Big rush.
Big rush. He finds an opening, but no, he's still on his feet. He's still on his feet. finally,
Ricchini.
Jimmy Ricchini brings him down close to the original line of scrimmage,
Joe.
along with Joe Sleesman. And
Sobolski and Gibson had a big rush.
Sobolski had the big rush, but Hoover sidestepped a couple of tacklers, got back, looked like he was going to make a nice gain out of it, but Ricchini closed him down around the 45-yard line on the Bobcats, where it's 3rd and 12. Full house backfield. Hoover over center. He fakes, he rolls, he looks, he fires. He's got a man open, and it's incomplete.
For one, oh, look at that name.
Ungaluzga was out there. He was open for a second, and the
Meehan on a great
pass
coverage.
was on the money, but Meehan went up just in time to, his timing was right, and knocked the ball away.
One down and
It's now 4th
Hirsch
down.
the kick.
Hirsch in punt formation. Meehan and Kavanaugh deep for the Bobcats. A left-footed punter, and it's a good one. The ball
In the end zone.
goes into the end zone.
goes into the end zone and will be brought out to the 20-yard line.
That was a good decision by Pat, me and Rex.
Stand on their own 20.
Yes, a very good punt. It was a 46-yarder, and Meehan went back to about the 5-yard line. Thought about signaling for a fair catch, but made the wise decision, and the ball bounced into the end zone where the Bobcats would take over, 1st and 10 on their own 20 with 6:56 left in the second quarter. WNQQ FM, stereo 106.3, Rex Teasley and Jack Sharina. The Bobcats lead it 6-0, and we're rolling along in the second quarter. Shirley over center. Hands off.
Silka.
First man up the middle, Johnny Silko.
Go on the carry.
Rousley on the stop. Roundsley.
By
Rousley on the tackle for Northern Cambria. Pickup of about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 at the 24. Receiver split left. Tracy Williams in at tailback. Eric Williams, check that. Eric Williams on the off-tackle slant. Picked up about 3.
Roundsley and Klein.
Roundsley again on the stop.
There was good penetration there by the right side of the Colt defensive line, and Williams was caught behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, Eric Williams, just a sophomore, speedster.
Did he get anything?
Tracy's brother got a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Silka and
Williams.
Eric Williams, the split backs. Shirley takes the snap. He drops. He's looking. He fires deep.
Kavanaugh. Oh.
He had Kavanaugh, but that pass looked long all the way, Hawk.
Kavanaugh was open. The ball was just overthrown.
Okay, so we got the 4th down coming up. 4th and 5. Punting situation for the Bobcats. John Dunlap
Klein deep and Beer.
will punt. Klein and Beer deep for the Colts. Good snap. The punt is away. It's end over end. Hits the ground. Bounces backward. Blairsville recovers
Dave Kavanaugh.
and downs the ball by
Dave Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh along with Ricchini. Colts take over 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 49-yard line.
5 minutes.
Rex, it
32
seems
seconds.
like every time the Bobcats line up with split backs, Shirley goes back to throw. And you have to give credit to the offensive line. He's getting plenty of protection to find an open man.
Yeah, he has the time to throw it. He's just been off the mark so far tonight. Let's get this defensive lineup for the Bobcats. It's Vince Sleesman, Ray Sobolski, and Joe Gibson in the middle of that line. Tamala tries the
By
middle.
Lucas and Benz.
Stopped by Lucas and Bentz.
Tamala paid for that one. You could hear the tackle from up here.
Some hard
Real good hit by Sean Benz.
some hard hitting down there by the Bobcat defense.
2nd down and 7. Ball on the 46
Gain of 3. The defensive ends are Jimmy Ricchini and
Doug Pickard.
Full house backfield. Hoover over center. Hands off. Beer. Spear threads his way over left tackle.
Pickard,
Stopped by Pickard,
Dunlap, and Meehan.
along with John Dunlap and Pat Meehan.
Rex, they lined up cheap backs left, and that was a quick dive to the left halfback for a pickup of a first down. Now the cheap back just blocked down on the defensive guard, Rex, and that opened that hole wide up.
Same formation right. This time it's stuffed.
Klein stuffed in the back.
Klein on the carry.
73.
Stopped. Stopped by Ray Sobalski. Good penetration that time.
No gain on the play. Second down.
At halftime, Blairsville's going to have to adjust their defenses to neutralize the cheap back formation that the Colts are using during this first half.
Okay, we have at the linebackers, we have Jimmy Lucas, Sean Bentz, John Dunlap. Motion right.
Come on.
Hoover goes to the right. He breaks a couple of tackles and finally brought down
Gibson.
by Joe
Ricchini.
Gibson and Jimmy Ricchini. Got back to the line of scrimmage, almost scrummed loose. It's 3rd and 10.
Loss of about 1 on the play.
Kavanaugh at safety. Meehan at one corner. Joey Sleesman at the other corner. 3rd down.
Kavanaugh.
11 at the 37. Hoover looks, throws left.
Intercepted.
Intercepted. Joey Sleesman played it perfectly, Hawk. Picked it off, and Blairsville thwarts the drive with 3:24 remaining in the quarter and takes over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Rex, that was a timing spot pass. The ball was thrown there before the receiver could get there, and Sleesman was right there for the interception.
So Joey Sleesman with the big play. Blairsville leads 6-0. A little over 3 minutes left in the first half. We have receivers split left, high formation. Eric Williams on the pitch. He breaks 2 tackles, tries to cut back, brought down by Beer. Good pickup on the play, 8 yards on the Eric Williams, sophomore tailback. Make that 9 yards.
Yakulich, too. Yakulich was on the stop.
Good blocking by the left side of the Bobcat line.
Good burst of speed by Williams, too. 2nd down, 1 at the 36. Split backs, Shirley over center. Meehan in motion.
Back to pass.
Pack the pass. He looks for Jimmy Ricchini on the reception, the big tight end.
Tamala on the stop.
Tamala on the stop, and Jimmy gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Good enough for a Bobcat first down.
Rex, that time Jimmy Ricchini and Pat Meehan were flanked on the right side of the offensive line. They ran down the field about 10 yards, and then they simply X'd. And Jimmy found himself open in the right flat and caught the pass and picked up the first down.
Jimmy has those big soft hands on the 10-yard pickup. 1st and 10. Shirley over center. Meehan in motion. He drops. He's looking. He fires. It's Ricchini again. He dropped the ball. It was there. The pass was there, Hawk. May have taken his eye off it for a second.
Once again, this is a new position for Jimmy Ricchini, and I think he's doing very well so far.
He is our WNQQ Player of the Week, and did a fine job last week at the defensive end position, mainly thwarting the passes of Brian Horner from Windber in that big 7-6 victory last week.
Tonight he's showcasing his offensive skills, right?
Okay, he's a big target, Hawk. We have 2:13 remaining in the half.
Big man to bring down. It's a real load there, folks.
He's a big boy, 195, 6'5". Shirley back. He doesn't see the rusher.
38. Kennard.
Okay, Kennard, number 38, the linebacker, blitzed on the play. Nobody picked him up. Shirley never saw him, and he's sacked.
The right tackle, Doug Pickard, missed a blocking assignment there, and the cornerback came in clean and sacked Shirley in the back.
3rd and 18. 1:47 on a moving clock. Little mix-up. Now Kavanaugh split left. Ricchini split right. Shotgun formation. Shirley takes a snap. He's looking. He's firing deep. He's looking for Meehan. He's go! Pat Meehan right on the numbers, and the ball popped loose for an incomplete pass. Perfect toss, Hawk.
Once again, another drop, Rex. Shirley's on target, but the receivers aren't on the same page.
Okay, Danny Shirley, good toss.
Back in confirmation for Blairsville.
A fake.
A fake.
I don't believe it.
The Ricchini's open.
Get it? He got it. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. It's close. It's close. I don't think he made it.
I think it's a Mike Shaw.
Okay, we're back here at Duffy Doherty Stadium. Blairsville had a 4th and 18. We're back in punt formation. John Dunlap faked the punt, rolled right, hit Jimmy Ricchini, and the play ended up with Jimmy just getting nudged out of bounds, 1 yard short of the first down. So the 4th down fake punt almost worked, Hawk, but come up short of the sticks, where Northern Cambria will take over and at their own 43-yard line, 1:19 on the clock. Hoover back to pass. He's firing long. He's got a man open. He's open!
Touchdown, Northern Cambria. There appeared to be interference on Blairsville. I'm sure Northern Cambria will decline that penalty and accept the touchdown.
There was a flag on the play, but it looks like a 43, check that, a 57-yard pass play. Hoover
To Kirsch.
to number 10, Ron Kirsch, for the tying touchdown with 1:11 remaining in the second quarter. It's tied, 6-6. They're going to try to kick the extra point to get the lead. Wagner kicks it up, and it's good. Wagner on 6 with 1:11 remaining in the first half. What happened on that one, Hawk?
Rex, the irony of that play.
57 yards.
Kirsch to kick
Over
off.
to Kirsch.
45-yard line. He's kicking off.
Kirsch kicks it deep.
Like
Penalty
offside.
flag. The ball went into the end zone, but the kicking team was offsides, and we'll bring it back to re-kick. We'll pause for this message. Just one. I can't believe we got that. Who'd they beat? That ball came back.
Just rolling in.
Yeah. 57, 56. That was on Joey. Who was over there covered? Yeah, sorry,
Sleesman?
I think so. He's on that side. He's usually on that side.
Yeah.
Five-yard penalty against the Colts. He moves the ball back to the 50-yard line.
Okay, we're back here from the kick. The kick is going to be made from the 50-yard line this time.
Ron Kirsch.
Kirsch kicks it off. It's a short one. Kavanaugh up the middle. And down.
38.
A good run back.
Kennard
Ed
on the
Kavanaugh. Kennard on the tackle. So Blairsville will take over. 1st and 10 on their 30-yard line.
On their own 30-yard line.
Hawk, do you think we'll put it up here, or will we sit on it deep in our own territory at the 30-yard line?
Rex, in all sincerity, I haven't seen Abby show any signs of conservatism this season at all. I look for him to put it up.
Okay, receiver split left. Greg Pachetti, offensive coordinator, calls the plays for the offense. Shirley, hands off. Silko.
Hoover on the stop.
Tackled by Hoover. Pickup of about 4 yards. We're under a minute, and in fact, we're down to 35 seconds on a moving clock. So
Perhaps the last call was a key, an indication that they're just going to run out the clock, Rex.
Okay, go back to the drawing board. See what happens at halftime. Our halftime guest would be Dave Dunlap, former Bobcat quarterback and father of tailback John. Here's Silko on the run again. He gets good yardage.
Hoover again on the stop.
Hoover on the stop, picked up a first down, but I think the clock's going to run out on us
How many
here.
yards?
Pickup of about 8 yards, good enough for first down.
Timeout would be a wise call, and we have one.
We have a timeout, Blairsville,
13 seconds.
with 13 seconds left. Time for one play. Receiver split wide to the right. Shirley back to pass. He's rolling right, and he's sacked.
Sacked by
Didn't have enough time to get the play off, and Blairsville calls
Benetti on the
another
stop.
timeout with 4 seconds left.
Benetti on the stop. Benetti and Kuzar.
Benetti and Kuzar on the tackle.
Recap that. Recap that. And then I'm good.
Yeah, just one, Terry. No. Yeah, okay, that leaves one for the next.
And that's the end of the first half of play. End of the first half.
How do you want to serve?
Okay, the final play of the first half, Danny Shirley elected to ground the ball, down it, and take the. Actually, Hawk, I think that maybe the first half of this game was similar to the last game. The first half was similar to the whole ball game we played last week against Winburn, where Winburn scored next week.
Okay, you're going to Sierra Motors. Just one. 5 seconds.
Okay.
Kirsch, Kavanaugh, Dunlap deep.
Start of the second half, Ron Kirsch kicks off. Kavanaugh takes it on his own 7-yard line, goes to the right. He has an opening. Finally driven out of bounds along the right sideline, around the 30-yard line, where Blairsville will take over.
Kevin Jones.
First and 10. Kevin Jones on the tackle. Blairsville behind, 7-6. Start of the second half.
Rex, another interesting observation during the first half was the chicanery, the razzle-dazzle of the Bobcats. A fake punt, running from the shotgun formation, a punt reverse handoff, and the extra point attempt where they moved 8 players to one side of the ball before they relocated.
Dunlap.
John Dunlap on the carry.
Hoover
Okay,
on the
Hawk.
stop.
Stopped by Jenny Kennard.
Blairsville comes out in the power eye to start the second half series, and John Dunlap takes off over left tackle for a 5-yard pickup.
Kennard and Beer.
Kennard on the stop along with Beer. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 36.
I think the Bobcats have to go back to basics. They seem to be picking up good yardage on the ground, and I look for them to continue doing that.
Shirley hands off. Silko. Over right tackle. Picks up a couple of yards.
Kuzar.
Kuzar on the stop. Pickup of about 4. Looks like the line is still blowing Colts off the line of scrimmage. It didn't look like he got anything there, but it's a 4-yard pickup, and we have a 3rd and 1.
The Bobcats are in the slot left. Shirley over the ball.
Silko on the carry. Picks up the first down.
Hoover and Rounsley on the stop.
Hoover tripped him up after about a 6-yard pickup. Looked like he had, if he could have avoided that trip tackle, he had a lot of running room in front of him, Hawk.
Yeah, that was a quick opener right off the right guard, and John almost broke it.
1st and 10, 44-yard line. Shirley over center.
John Dunlap.
John Dunlap over left tackle.
Yankees on the stop, 42. Yankees, 42.
Yankees on the tackle. Pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
The Bobcats are grinding it out. That was a nifty track play off left guard with John Dunlap picking up about 7 yards.
Ball in Colt territory at the 48-yard line. Bobcats driving straight power football right now. I formation. Shirley takes a snap. John Dunlap on the carry. Breaks a tackle. Close to first down yardage.
Bernard on a stop.
Bernard on the tackle. Pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd down and 1 at the 47-yard line.
Thank each and every
Rex,
one
that was the old crossbuck play, sometimes called misdirection these days, where the tailback takes a jab step to the left, and then he X's off the up back. And John picked up sizable yardage there, hitting off like that.
Strong left formation. Offsides against the Colts. That'll keep the drive alive, Hawk.
Ed Santora won the
Yeah,
game.
we'll take advantage of any mistakes.
Was he just hit?
He sent some little kid over.
offside penalty against the Colts.
Ed Santora.
First down for the Bobcats.
It appears as if the
not keeping
Bobcat
stats
line is
second.
beginning to control the line of scrimmage. Like, on just about every play, we're picking up 4 and 5 yards at a pop.
Yeah, they are moving them back, Hawk. We have some good news. The winner of the game ball here at Northern Cambria Colt Field is Ed Santoro from Blairsville. Congratulations, Ed, on the game ball win. Pitch left by Shirley to John Dunlap.
Yak is on the stop again.
John fumbled that ball in the air a little bit, but he before the tackler come up and hit him, he regained the hold on the ball, but the play was thrown for a 1-yard loss, where it will be second down, 11 at the 42-yard line of the Colts. Strong formation right, going right to left on your radio dial. Shirley over center. He hands off to John Dunlap over left end.
Perpetti on the stop.
Perfetti on the tackle, along with Yakic. There'll be a pickup of 4. Third
The
down.
Colts find themselves in a situation now where they have to come up with a big play on defense and force the Bobcats to punt.
I couldn't find
Back
it.
as soon as you can.
Third down and 8 for the Bobcats.
Try to draw him off.
Penalty flag down.
Who was offside?
Left guard. Okay, we're back. Duffy Doherty Stadium, 3rd and 8, and penalty goes against the Bobcats. Illegal procedure. It'll mark it back 5 yards, making 3rd and 13 at the 43-yard line. Bobcats trailing 7-6. 7:39 remaining, third quarter. Receivers split to both sides, split backs. Shirley over center. He drops. He looks. He fires. It's broken up.
Beer. For Ricchini.
Beer on the coverage. Ball intended for Jim Ricchini, the big tight end. Number 14. We've said his number a lot tonight, Hawk. He was back there from a safety position and batted that one away.
Yeah, the Bobcats find themselves in a punting situation now.
Beer and Klein deep.
4th and 13. Beer and Klein deep to receive John Dunlap's punt.
Fumble.
John gets a good snap. Good punt.
Good high kick.
They're going to look at it. They're going to let it roll. It's going down close to the goal line and into the end zone for a touchback. So the 42-yard punt by John Dunlap into the end zone will give the Colts the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. We'll pause for this message.
Just one, Trey.
Anytime.
You take short time.
Klein.
Tamala.
Tomorrow. 25.
On the carry, brought by Joe Gibson and Sean Vance.
1st and 10, Colt ball. Tamala up the middle. Stopped by Joe Gibson along with Sean Bentz. Pickup of 2. Second down, 8. Full house backfield. Hoover over center. Takes the snap, hands off to Bear. Bear breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Sleesman and Lucas. Joe Sleesman and Lucas.
Joe Sleesman and Jimmy Lucas on the stop. Pickup of 5,
Ricchini.
along with Ricchini on the stop.
I didn't see him.
It'll be 3rd down and 2. We need to stop him here, Hawk.
Rex, it looks like Northern Cambria's game plan for the second half is mirroring Blairsville's. They're coming right at us.
Klein on the carry. Fumble. Recovered by Blairsville.
Sabolski.
Sabolski picked up the ball. Nobody was around him. He picked it up. We didn't even see the ball squirt loose, Hawk. Everybody was stunned here. All of a sudden, Ray Sabolski comes out of the pack with the football and races down and is finally tackled at the Colt 15-yard line where it's Blairsville's ball.
An alert play by Ray Sabolski. Now the Bobcats are in good position to score.
First and 10 on the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 15. Ray Sabolski on the big recovery of the fumble on the 3rd down running play by the Colts. Shirley over center, I formation. John Dunlap over right tackle. Gets it inside the 15.
By Chris
Benamati.
Stopped by Benamati. Pickup of 6 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4 down at the 10-yard line.
That time the right side of the line, Rex cleared a gaping hole for John Dunlap.
Bobcats get the big break on the fumble, picked up by Sabolski, and we're driving for a go-ahead score. Shirley over center, I formation. John Dunlap driving hard, bends the tacklers over backward, driving for the extra yardage. Capetti on the stop for Northern Cambria. Pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd down
3.
and 2 at the 7-yard line. We need this 1st down up.
Yeah, I look for another power play off right tackle.
Full house backfield. Shirley takes, he hands off. Dunlap breaks the tackle, breaks another one. Tries the right side. Looks like he's short, Hawk.
Beer and Hoover.
It's close enough for a measurement, perhaps.
Side of the line, led by Andy Beer and Mike Hoover.
It is going to be close. The officials are going to call timeout for measurement. Hawk, it looks like it might be
That's a gap 8. And all you need is a little movement from your garden center.
full house. Danny Shirley over center.
Draw him offside.
Penalty flags. I believe it was offside penalty against the Colts. It is. Big call. Danny Shirley nodded his head, barked the signal, and the middle guard of the Northern Cambria team jumped and made contact, giving the ball half the distance to the goal penalty on the offsides. It'll be 1st and goal
2
at the 2-yard line. Hawk, if we score here, do we go for 2 this time?
I don't think so, Rex. I think we're going to go for 1.
Okay, we got to score
Silko.
first. Silko on 2nd effort. Gets in for the 2-yard touchdown run. Johnny Silko, 4:15 left in the 3rd quarter. And Johnny Silko goes in from 2 yards out to give the Bobcats a 12-7 lead.
The Cats have a good place kicker in John Dunlap, and I think it's to their advantage to score 1 point, and if Northern Cambria should score, put the pressure on them to score 2.
Okay, Dunlap lined up to kick. Unless it's a fake, Meehan's going to take the snap, sets it down, kicks it, it's up, and it's good. John Dunlap adds the extra point after the 2-yard touchdown run by Johnny Silko in 6 plays for the Bobcat touchdown with 4:15 remaining in the 3rd quarter. The score, John Dunlap to kick off. Blairsville has the lead back, 13-7. Short kick, up man takes it on the 20-yard line. He runs to his right,
Kennard.
where he's tackled. Kennard on the run back. And Number 35, Dwayne McGowan on the tackle for the Bobcat kickoff team, along with Joe Kolofsky. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Willie Hauser.
Willie Hauser also in on that tackle. 1st and 10. Colt ball on their own 27-yard line.
Rex, that touchdown play was earmarked by some strong running and some good blocking by the Bobcat line.
Okay, Hawk, plus that big break on the fumble recovery by Ray Sobolski. 1st and 10. Pitch. Right. Beer. Gets around the outside. Driven out of bounds.
Pickard.
Nice gain on the play. Pickard on the stop for the Bobcats.
And Meehan.
Along with Pat Meehan.
Oh, Silko.
This Bear is a nice runner, Hawk.
Yes, he is. And Pat Meehan did an excellent job on that particular play, even though he didn't make the tackle. He fought off the blocker and he forced a runner inside.
So it'll be 2nd down, 3 at the 34. One man in the backfield, Bear, along with the quarterback. Man in motion left. Hoover pitches to Beer. He rolls left. Tries to cut back and stopped.
Banks.
Good penetration by the Bobcats on that defensive play.
Benson Ricchini.
Sean Bench from his linebacker position, along with Jimmy Ricchini, and on the stop for the Bobcats. No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3. This is a big defensive series for the Bobcats. If they can stop them here, they will force Northern Cambria to punt.
Once again, Rex, excellent defensive outside play, this time by Joe Sleesman. As soon as he read the play, he shot up from his defensive halfback position and almost tackled the ball carrier for a 10-yard loss.
Man in motion right. Hoover over center. Fumble. Picks it up. Rolls left. He's going to be sacked. Pickard was the first to hit him. He turned him around. Then Bentz finished him off along with Sobolski. Loss of 6 on the play. It'll be 4th down, 10.
Ron Kirsch.
Punting situation for the Colts. Kirsch to punt.
Kavanaugh and Meehan.
Kavanaugh and Meehan deep for the Bobcats. He drops the snap, but gets it off. Left-footed kicker. Gets it. Kavanaugh. Hawk, that looked like a fair catch, and he got away with it.
Yes, he did.
Roundsley on
Maybe you can hear the siren in the background. There's obviously a fire or an accident somewhere in the vicinity. However, right here at Duffy Doherty Field, the Bobcats are on fire.
Good point, Hawk. That noise you hear in the background is not technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. It is a fire siren going off here, and it's right in our ear. And we're going to be giving you the play-by-play anyway. We have a 1st and 10 Bobcat ball at the Colt 47-yard line. Shirley over center. I formation. Meehan to the left. It's a reverse.
Kavanaugh.
That play backfired, Hawk.
Kennard
on the tackle. Didn't go for the fake and dropped Kavanaugh for a loss on the play. Hawk, I don't know about the razzle-dazzle here. We were getting away with some good off-tackle football, and that puts us in a hole.
Once again here, maybe we're trying to score too fast. Kennard did an excellent job on that. He came home, he penetrated, and he stayed home, and he waited for Kavanaugh to come to him.
Now we have 2nd and long. We're back on our own territory. Shirley over center, I formation. He drops, he fires, Meehan goes up for it, got his fingertips on it, but the pass was a little too tall and fell incomplete.
Jason Daisley.
Daisley on the coverage from his defensive halfback spot. It'll be 3rd down and 17 at the Bobcat 47.
The Bobcats are straying from their halftime game plan. Looks like they're going for the quick kill.
Okay, Hawk calls a quick kick. We have, however, Dunlap's out of position. I don't know whether we can get off. No, he's going back to pass. Shirley's scrambling for his life. He has an open sideline. He tucks it under his arm and runs, and he's tackled about the original line of scrimmage after about a 7-yard pickup. Kennard on the stop. He's had a lot of tackles tonight. We've called his number a lot, Hawk. This Kennard is the linebacker position.
He plays his position real well, Rex. He's a well-disciplined player and a strong tackler.
Our spotter, Rich Lake, says we missed the hold, but we're going to have to punt it away, 4th down. And there's penalty flags on the punt. It's a good one. Bear
Grab it.
looked like he might have touched that ball. The ball went right through his hands, hit the ground. Nobody.
However, I think we have a penalty against Blairsville, Rex. It appeared to me that the split man downfield, Dave Kavanaugh, jumped the gun.
Okay, Kavanaugh over arguing the play now, so apparently that was the call. Officials discussing.
I'll take that back, Rex. Perhaps the call was against Northern Cambria.
Again?
The penalty is against Northern Cambria. They waved the penalty off, Hawk. They waved it off. Whatever transpired there.
Penalty was against the Colts and declined by Blairsville. The Colts will take over deep in their own territory at the 20-yard line.
Okay, we missed that signal, and it was a good punt by Dunlap. Apparently, wouldn't have been a 1st down for the Bobcats, or they wouldn't have given up the ball. But the Colts take over, 1st and 10, under the 20.
Rex. I don't understand that.
And we'll have to check with the coaches on that one. 1st and 10, full house backfield. Hoover to Bear.
Andy Beer on the carry.
It takes 4, 5, 6 tacklers to bring down Andy Beer, the fine running back.
Mean was the first.
Meehan was the first to hit him,
Sean Banks.
along with Sean Bentz, but he picked up good yardage, 6 yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Official timeout.
For 4 seconds.
We'll pause.
And that's the end of
That's
the
it. What happened?
3rd quarter.
See, we don't know.
Start at 11 a.m. Rain date will be the following Saturday, September 24th.
Beer.
Penalty flags down.
74.
Anytime.
Vince Leesman with a big hit.
Legal motion by the Colts.
5 seconds.
Okay, we're back at Duffy Doherty Stadium with at the end of the 3rd quarter. This score: Blairsville Bobcats 13, Northern Cambria Colts 7. We just had a motion penalty against the Colts.
They declined, yeah.
It was declined by the Bobcats, so it's going to be 3rd down and 5 at the 25. Big play time for the Bobcat defense. Pitch right. Bear on the carry. He tries to go outside. He's going to be stopped by John Dunlap from his left linebacker position.
And Jimmy Lucas.
Jimmy Lucas helped out on the play, but that play had nowhere to go, Hawk.
Excellent defense by the left side of the Bobcat line.
Strung it out.
Penetration, gang tackling, and quick reactions. The left halfback came up as soon as he saw the ball was pitched.
Okay, we have 4th down. Kirsch punted away. Kavanaugh
Bad
deep.
hit.
Bad punt. Get out of the way,
Watch out,
Bobcats.
get out.
Get out of the way.
It hit him. It hit Jimmy Lucas.
The Bobcats were set up for a return right. Jimmy Lucas didn't see the fall of the ball, and the ball hit him on the leg, bounced, and the Colts were there to recover
40-yard line.
at the 41-yard line. It was a good break for the Colts, bad break for the Bobcats.
Yeah, unfortunately, the ball hit Jimmy Lucas. He had his back turned towards the ball and had no idea where it was. Now the Colts are in business with 1st down on about their 40-yard line.
1st and 10, man in motion left.
Kamala. No, keeper.
Hoover on the keeper, tries left end. Driven out of bounds
Sleesman and Kavanaugh.
by Joe Sleesman and Dave Kavanaugh. Pickup of about 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
They got close to 10 yards on the play.
They're going to mark it along the
seems as if
sideline.
the Colts are showing much patience. But once again here, Steve McGowan's Chargers have been playing basic fundamental football this 2nd half, so I look for a quarterback sneaker. Quick dive off right tackle.
Okay, second down.
Probably running right at the bubble of the Bobcat defense.
Inches to go. Man in motion right.
There it is.
You're right, Hawk. Up the middle. Tamalo. He gets the first down over right guard. Into Bobcat territory.
Sleesman, Sobolski.
Vince Sleesman on the stop along with Ray Sobolski. Jimmy Lucas also helped out on the tackle.
Rex, you don't abort the ground game when it's working for you.
Okay, 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 46-yard line. Colts driving for the go-ahead score. They're down 6. Split backs, drop, pass. Almost picked off. Intercepted. It is intercepted.
A fantastic interception.
Joe Sleesman went up. It looked like the receiver was open.
Pat Meehan.
He checked that. That was Pat Meehan on the interception. He went up. The receiver went up at the same time. It looked like Pat would be lucky to get a hand on it to knock it away. And here he comes up with a big interception, thwarting the Colt drive.
Second one.
Second interception for Pat Meehan. So it's 1st and 10, Blairsville ball on their own 23-yard line with 10 minutes, 10 seconds left with a 13-7 lead. Shirley to Silko. He's hit right at the line of scrimmage.
Hoover on his stop.
Hoover on the tackle. No gain on the play. Hawk, this is very similar to the first game we had against Windber. Blairsville holding on to the lead, trying to grind up yardage and grinding down the clock, moving the football and holding on to it.
And of course, the Colt defense is trying to stop them.
Okay, we have a handoff to John Dunlap. Good gainer. Close to first down yardage, maybe a yard short.
Beer and Yaklis.
Beer and Yaklis on the stop. It's a yard short. It'll be 3rd down. 1.
Come on, first down.
We need to pick up this first down, Hawk.
Yeah, I look for the off tackle play to John Dunlap. He seems to be the most effective runner tonight.
Receivers split wide right. I formation. Dunlap on the carry. He drives in the second effort. I think got it. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Tamalo on the stop.
Tamalo hit him, but John drove forward, got his body leaning forward enough to pick up the 2-yard pickup and the first down yard. John looks like he's really rounding out into be a fine, hard tailback.
Yeah, John was not to be denied that time. He knew the team needed a first down. He picked up the necessary yardage.
8:41 remaining, 4th quarter. Blairsville leads 13-7. 1 man in the backfield. Kavanaugh, motion to the right. It's a pitch to the right.
Silko.
John Silko, he has running room. He cuts back. Hold on to that football, John, and he takes 4 men to bring him down. Kirsch finally on the tackle. Good hard run by Johnny Silko. Picked up 9.
2nd and 1.
It'll be 2nd down. A yard to go. Still in Bobcat territory at their own 43-yard line. Nice hard run by John Silko.
He just
Ball
bounced
control's
off.
the name of the game now, Rex. The Bobcats have resorted to their running game with much success.
I don't think we'll see another Bobcat pass tonight, Hawk. There was movement, no flag. John Dunlap gets the first down, and we may have gotten a break there, Hawk.
Yeah, I think the rule states that you have to be set for 1 full second, and I don't think the motion back did get set and stay in one place for 1 second.
Unless he was going laterally. If he had started laterally, then he's allowed to do that. But John Dunlap picks up the first down. David Klein, the center, goes out, and Brian Fair comes in at center. Klein is limping, but walks off under his own power without stoppage of play. Let's hope the center snap is a sure one with this new sophomore center, Brian Fair in. Shirley pitches left. Don Dunlap running hard. Picks up about 5.
The Colt defense seems to be weakening. Nobody came up behind the line of scrimmage to turn that play in, and it was very easy for the Bobcat runner to turn the corner.
Okay, Bobcats have a nice drive going. Started at their own 17-yard line after the Pat Meehan interception, and have been grinding away the yardage with I formation. Shirley over center. John Dunlap deep, and there was movement on the line. Flags fly. Both teams pointing to the other.
To me, Rex, it looked
Right
like
guard.
the left guard, jumped the count.
Illegal procedure against the Bobcats. So that's going to nullify that nice 5-yard pickup and give them a 2nd down and 10 back at the Bobcat 47-yard line.
Be interesting to see what play Abbey calls this time, Rex.
Brian
We
Fair.
have 2nd down, long yardage.
Brian Fair, sophomore center, will snap the ball to Danny Shirley. Motion right, strong formation right, and it's a pitch to the right. And Silko has it. And he cuts back and he loses the football, and it's recovered by the Colts.
Flag on the play, though, Rex.
Penalty flag on the play.
Hoover recovered.
Hoover recovered for the Colts. Silko was running hard, going for the extra yardage. The ball was popped loose. We have holding against the Bobcats. Personal foul against the Bobcats. I don't know about that call, Hawk. Looked like they were just trying to jump on the football. Ball was fumbled.
That could be a critical penalty, Rex. Now the Colts have the ball on about the Bobcat 40-yard line with some momentum. Rex, looks like we're going to have a repeat of last week's ending.
Okay, Bobcat defense have to hold. It's a 15-yarder personal foul penalty, piling on the fumble recovery. But the Colts get the break, and they have the ball 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 40 with 6:11 remaining in the ball game. There's a penalty against the Colts.
Looked like Canadian football out there. We had 2 backs in motion at the same time.
Okay, it's legal in Canada, but not in Pennsylvania. We're going to take a 5-yard penalty against the Colts. They're fighting the clock, and they're fighting the scoreboard. 13-7. Bobcat lead. 1st and 15 at the Bobcat 45-yard line.
Rex, it's a critical series for the Bobcat defense.
Double wing. Hoover over center. Motion left. Fake. Pitch. Late pitch. Behind him. Klein forced out of bounds. Hoover on the late pitch. The pitch was a little bit behind him. Klein got the ball. Had to break stride, but got around left end before Sobolski stopped him after a 3-yard pickup. Forced him out, and it'll be 2nd down, 11. Same formation, double wing. Hoover over center. Same call, looks like, Hawk. There he goes, pitching
side.
left. He keeps it this time, and he's wrapped up by Joe Sleesman. Check that, Vince Sleesman, along with Jimmy Ricchini. They picked up about 4 yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 at the Bobcat 37.
Rex, that was a
5:29.
surprising play. The option play to the weak side after the first one failed because of the late pitch.
Okay, same formation, double wing. He drops, he throws. It's complete. Complete for the 1st down. Look in pass. Mongaluza on the reception. Pulled it in. 9-yard pickup. Meehan on the tackle.
Good penetration that time by nose guard Joe Gibson, Rex.
Gibson was in there, but the pass on the look-in was complete for a 1st down at the Bobcat 28-yard line.
5 minutes.
1st and 10. Double wing set again. Motion left. Fake. Rolling left. Pitch. Late pitch. Fumble! Blairsville! On the football. The late pitch. Jimmy Ricchini, the Dispatch and WNQQ FM Stereo 106.3. Player of the Week on the fumble recovery for the Bobcats. Thwarts the Colt drive at the 27-yard line, where Blairsville will take over 1st and 10 with 4:47 on a moving clock left in the ball game. Shirley over center. Hand off to John Silko. Hold on, John. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, drives for a couple of yards. Hoover on the stop. And Hawk, we have some people filing out of the stadium already. We have a lot of ball game to play here.
Yeah, this game's far from over, Rex. You have to credit the Bobcat defense. They've risen to the occasion once again.
Now we got to hold on to the football and run out that clock. We have a 2nd down 9 at the 28. Shirley over center. He takes the snap. He pitches left. John Dunlap. John cuts, dives. Hoover on the tackle. Stays in bounds around the left end. Gain of 5. 3rd down. 4. Big 3rd down play. Coming up for the Bobcats. They need 4 big yards to keep this drive alive and keep the ball away from the Northern Cambria Colts.
3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes.
Rex, I look
left
for
in the
another
ball.
sweep, this time to the wide side with motion.
Okay, Shirley over center. I formation. Takes the snap. Hands off. John Dunlap over right tackle. He drives. He's driving. He's going to be short. Tamala on the stop. So Blairsville's going to have to punt the football away. And we have a timeout. Northern Cambria. That's their
Klein D.
Okay, here we go. Before the start of play, I think Northern Cambria was lining up for. They're lining up to go for it. Maybe they'll shift, Hawk. What do you think?
Yeah, that's been their trademark down through Widmar's regime.
We have timeout, Blairsville. Line up to go for it. Maybe they'll shift. They used to shift in the punt formation. Let's see if they do it here. Shirley is barking the signals and trying to draw him off sides, and it's not gonna work, Hawk.
No.
They're gonna take the 5-yard penalty here. They're trying to draw him off, and they still haven't snapped the ball. And finally, the umpire calls the delay of game penalty. So it was a ploy to try to draw the defense offside, and it didn't work.
Rex, I'm a little bit surprised that they just didn't shift in the punt formation and punt the ball. They've now lost 5 more yards, and that gives Northern Cambria a better chance to improve their field position.
Okay, punt formation. Dunlap gets off a good one. Beer picks it up. He's running left, and he breaks a tackle, but he's brought down by Pickard.
And Sleesman.
Along with Sleesman, Joe Sleesman, and Silko. So the Colts take over 1st and 10 at the Blairsville 49-yard line with 2:55 remaining in the ball game. Blairsville ahead 13-7. Rolling right, Hoover. He fires long. It's that same play. He caught it! Who was it? Kirsch on the reception. Joe Sleesman got turned on the play. Kirsch made the tackle along with Kavanaugh, and it'll be 1st and 10, Colt ball at the 13-yard line. Hawk, that was the same play that went for a touchdown earlier.
Yes, it was, and this one was complete because Sleesman dropped back and he wouldn't let Kirsch get behind him, but the ball was underthrown, and Kershaw position to make the reception, and now the Colts have the ball and they're driving on the Bobcat as well.
Sort of like the old Lynn Swan play against the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Here we go, 1st and 10 at the 13. Hoover over center. He rolls left. He still has the football, and he's stopped inside the 10.
Kavanaugh.
Sleesman and Kavanaugh on the stop for the Bobcats.
Once again, Rex, the Bobcat defense is being tested, and so far they've managed to hold off the charging Colts.
Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down, 5 at the 8-yard line. Full house backfield. Hoover over center. He barks the signals. It's a roll to the right. He pitches. Bear trying for the corner. He is brought down and knocked out of bounds by Jimmy Ricchini. On this sweep around the right side. Pickard helped out on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. John Dunlap helped on the stop also. There's 1:39 remaining. The ball at the Bobcat 5-yard line where it's 3rd and 2. It's time for the Bobcat defense to stiffen. Hoover over center, full house backfield, strong formation left, unbalanced line. He pitches left. Ball is slightly fumbled. He cuts. Penalty! Touchdown! But we are going to get it called back, I believe. The 5-yard touchdown run.
By Klein.
By Klein. Penalty holding against the Colts. Huck, did you get a chance to see who was holding on that play?
No, I didn't, but it was obvious. The official was right in front of the play, and he threw the flag immediately, Rex.
The runner made the cut, and as he cut inside, the penalty flag flew. So the Bobcats will accept the penalty. It'll be a holding penalty against Northern Cambria. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It takes the ball back where it will still be 3rd down and 15.
18-yard line.
At the 18.
There's a timeout.
Timeout. Bobcats, their final timeout. 15 at the 18. Full house backfield. Hoover over center. He fakes. He rolls right. He throws, and it's incomplete.
In the end zone.
Good pressure. John Dunlap, blitzing linebacker, made him throw the football before he wanted. Man was on the coverage. The ball was intended for
Who was it?
Mongeluzo, the right end, and it'll be 4th down. Last chance for the Colts, 4th down, 15 at the 18.
They used up their time.
No more timeouts for Blairsville. Hoover calls the play.
Rex, the Bobcat defense has to keep a close eye on Hurst, their number 1 receiver.
Bear split left. He delays. He rolls right. Hoover. He throws. It's up. It's off the fingertips.
Incomplete.
Off the fingertips. Incomplete. Mongeluzo was out there. Got a hand on the ball. Kavanaugh and Meehan on the coverage. With the ball in the back of the end zone. Off the fingertips and incomplete. And Blairsville will take over with the lead, 13-7, with 1:22 left in the ball game.
Once again, Rex, you have to credit the Bobcat defense, especially the pass coverage on those last 2 plays.
We got to hold on to the football. 1:22.
Brian Fair still.
Brian Fair at center. Shirley at quarterback. Full house backfield. Blitzing linebackers. Downs the football. Northern Cambria calls timeout. I don't know about that one, Hawk. I think I'd like to see him running around back here a little bit and use up.
Oh, jeez. They almost fumbled. Silka.
Stopped by Chris Benamati.
Okay, back here at Duffy Docker Stadium. John Silko runs over right tackle, picks up 7. Blairsville lines up. 3rd down, 5. Receiver split left. Hand off to Silko. He's driving, but he's not going to make it. So the
Beer and Hoover.
Beer on the tackle. 54 seconds. 53 on a moving clock. No more timeouts. The Blairsville fans are counting it down. The Bobcats will possibly let the clock run down and take the delay of game penalty. And Hawk, maybe they'll take a safety here. Well, that's my favorite play.
That's a possibility, I know. It's one of Jim Meehan's favorite plays, too.
So we're winding down 27, 26, 25, and the penalty
24,
flag
23.
flies with 23 seconds remaining in the ball game. The 5-yard penalty being walked off against the Bobcats. It'll be 4th down and 8 back at the 19 with 23 seconds left.
Rex, I don't think we need any trickery here. We just have to go back to basics here. Punt block effectively and cover the punt.
Dunlap back in punt formation. The snap is high, and he is going to take a safety. He's still running around back there, and finally goes out of bounds with 18 seconds left. They take the safety. 2 points for Northern Cambria.
Little mix-up.
There's a little bit of fan reaction down in the left end zone. But things are settled. The safety is called. The home team, the Northern Cambria Colts, get 2 points.
They score 13-9.
The score is 13-9. Probably a good decision, Hawk, because a field goal doesn't get them a tie or a win, and we're still in the same situation score-wise. They still need a touchdown to win the ball game.
On re-examining the situation, Rex, I sort of agree with you. This way, the Bobcats will kick off, and this stops the block punt, and this is going to make it much more difficult for Northern Cambria to score, because they'll probably have to score from 60 yards when perhaps they could have blocked the punt and scored the tying and perhaps winning point for the victory.
Okay, Hawk, I didn't see the flag, but we're lining up clear back on the... oh, that's right, the save. After the safety, we punt from the 20. He's going to punt it from the kickoff formation. As soon as the whistle blows, John Dunlap will punt from the 20. Free kick. He gets it away. And it's fumbled. Klein tries to go right. He breaks a tackle, and he's hit with 14 seconds left. Timeout to set the sticks. And with 13 seconds left, the Northern Cambria Colts have the ball on the Bobcat 36-yard line.
The Bobcats are to prevent defense, Rex. They got 8
Hoover
people
drops
back
back.
defending against.
He's throwing low. He's looking for number 10. He's got the rush. He fires. He's got a man. It's incomplete. And the time runs out. The ball game is over.
Rex, that was a near completion. The ball went right through the intended receiver's hands. And now the Bobcats go home with a 2-0 record.
Hoover is exhausted. He's down on the ground. The quarterback up for the catch. And a couple of defenders, Kavanaugh and me, went up with him.